So, let me tell you about my first day of high school. It was very overwhelming. I found that it was very hard to figure out where I would fit in such a big school, especially transitioning from middle school to high school. And then I was approached by the Latin Club and the marching band. And as soon as I joined, I felt like I was part of a team, and I felt like I fit in. And the topic today, the question I want to answer for you guys, is whether or not you should have your kid join an extracurricular club. And I think the answer to that question is definitely yes, because not only does it look really good on a college resume, but it also teaches kids how to manage their time and get involved in long-term commitments. First of all, let's just cover what all parents want to hear about. It looks really good on a college resume. Schools prefer to see academic diversity as opposed to good grades. A lot of research from nextstepu.com indicates that a majority of colleges like to see kids that are involved in a lot of activities outside of the academic field, as opposed to just having really good grades and really good SAT scores. They want to see kids that are going to get involved in the community, and they want to see kids that are going to make a good impact on their college and make their college look like it's open for more diversity and for more multifaceted programs. Second of all, an extracurricular club is going to teach kids how to properly manage their time. Spending time in extracurricular activities is obviously going to take time away from that you would use for academic studies. Therefore, it's really important that someone who's involved with something like marching band, like I was, to be able to manage the time that they spend practicing their music or practicing whatever it is they do, and getting really good grades in their academic activities. A lot of research also proves that kids that do have a lot of their time sacrificed for things like marching band actually do get higher grades than people that don't participate in any extracurricular activities at all. And this can be shown like all over. You see like the common stereotype that band kids tend to be the nerds or and stuff like that, because these extracurricular activities are places where people not only participate in their academic studies, but also have to juggle the responsibilities of being a member of the band program or being a member of the football team or something like that. And finally, this really teaches your child how to get involved in long-term commitments, because when you're committing yourself to something like a full marching show or a season-long team, in any sport or in any organization, even in like something like a language club or a Latin club, physics club, anything like that, you're committing yourself long-term to something that will pay off in the long run. For any academics, you have the UIL, and that's a long-term commitment where you commit yourself to that subject and compete to the best of your ability in a competition. And in sports, it's no different. You have the season and the off-season, playing against teams and trying to establish your place on the spectrum. And then you have marching band, you have the BOA competitions, UIL competitions, where you compete against other bands and show people the long-term commitments that you had. And this can really be applied to outside in the workforce. When you are working long-term in an organization, and the boss wants to know, and the boss is trusting you with that long-term commitment, they want to know that you are able to complete that task. And the fact that, this kid was in marching band on a resume looks really good, because they know, this kid can commit themselves to a show long-term. Well, I think it'd be easier for me to trust this person with a task, with a long-term goal for our company. And to kind of wrap this all up, I firmly believe that your child should join an extracurricular activity while they're in high school and in college, because it looks really good for on a college application to get into college in the first place. It really helps your child. It helps your child how to manage their time properly, and it really helps them get connected to a long-term goal. And this is alongside things such as like just being able to fit in socially and finding that group of friends that you really fit in with. These are just things that are like additional onto the side, but the three that I mentioned are probably the most major ones. And I can tell you from personal experience that joining a club was probably one of the most beneficial things for me, not only socially, academically, and then also just like what I want to do in life. It helped me steer my path and helped me realize what I was interested in and what I wasn't interested in. But thank you for your time, and thank you for listening to me, and go join a club.